Welcome back to this Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us here in Ul'dah are some familiar faces. We've got Lucif, we've got Miqo'te, we've got Scarlet Rosebud, ladies waving at us, we've got Westet, we've got Blind Rage in the background, and of course joining us as always is Katella Avonlea. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Wow, talk about a turnout here. You know what, I'm going to pan my camera around, Katella, and look at what is in front of us there. This is an absolutely incredible wall of goobos. You know what, Katella, something tells me something very special is happening today. I don't know, it's very rare to see a sight like this here in Ul'dah. I can hear creepy music going on in the background. We'll talk to the guys on the goobos a bit later on, but Katella, in a nutshell, what on earth is happening? Why are we all gathered here today?
We are gathered, well, for a couple reasons. First, we're gathered because we're going to be doing our question and answer episode, but we're also gathered because today is the end of the world.
Today is the end of the... You know what, I bet you never thought you'd be saying that to anybody anytime soon. Today is the end of the world. That's right, folks. You've tuned yourself in to an amazing episode today because, as Katella said, and as you guys probably know all too well, this is literally the end of version 1.0, and Katella is panicking. Miqo'te Man is with us. Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, how's it going, Sambo?
Well, you know what, it's okay. I'm glad that we're here with everybody, everyone in the LinkShell, and we've got some extended family here as well today. I don't know, I'm feeling kind of weird, Miqo'te, because it doesn't seem that long ago that, you know, I met you in game. We eventually then met up with Sao Mayo, who is also here today. We'll talk with him in a minute. We formed this wonderful LinkShell. We've created this amazing community of these incredible folks, and today it's all coming to an end. I'm kind of got mixed emotions. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I've been feeling a bit strange all day, just knowing that clock, that countdown is in single digits now. We're not long away.
We're not long away at all. In fact, speaking of the countdown, Katella, I noticed when we logged in on the launcher, there's a countdown timer there. Now, I'm just guessing it's probably about, 5 hours to go until the game closes down? Is that about right?
Something like that. Probably more around 4 now.
Oh my lord. Okay, alright, so we're getting closer and closer. So just very quickly, folks, what you're in for in this episode, we're going to say hello to everybody, we're going to have a couple of shout-outs, of course, and then we're going to have our very, very special Q&A session. And we're going to have some special guests along to help us out, answer some questions there. And these are questions that, Katella, you've been collecting from all of the comments on our YouTube series up till now. Is that right?
That's right.
Alright, so this is great because you guys have had a lot of questions. And look, I've got a lot of questions and no answers, and if anybody is able to answer these, it's this group of folk here. And of course I'm talking about the wonderful Distant World LinkShell. Once again, if we pan around there, look at that, we can see most of them out there in this wall of goobers. I think it's time to say hello to everyone. Hello there, Distant World.
Hey.
Hello. What's up?
There you go.
What's good, homie?
You can see the chat lighting up there. Do you know what? I'm looking over there and I can actually see a Sao Mayo. Now, let's see if I can select him. Oh, I can't. Sao Mayo, hello to you.
Hey there.
Good to see you. So you thought you'd come along for this special last day. How are you feeling?
It is strange, to say the least.
It's very strange. In fact, hang on, I'm just going to wander over here, guys, so that we can see these folk. There we go. Yeah, it's a very strange feeling. Just to clarify, everybody, yes, the game is shutting down, but let me just ask you, Sao, is it shutting down for good?
Oh, of course not. We got 2.0, or A Realm Reborn, rather, coming out. It hasn't been 2.0 for at least 6 months now.
That's right. Alright, so again, folks, just clarifying, if this is the only episode you've watched in our series, yes, the game is shutting down, but it's just this version of the game that's shutting down. Now look up the top there of that Goobu. I can see Merrick. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How long is this game planned to shut down for? I mean, are we going to have to wait a year until we can get back into version 2? Is it just a couple of weeks? Does anybody know?
I would guess that the game probably won't come back up until around March or April, but that's just my guess.
Right, Katella, what do you think?
Well, it'll depend on how smoothly alpha and beta goes.
That's right. Of course, alpha is underway, and we're looking forward to beta happening as well. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen a lot of the screenshots and videos from version 2, and I've got to say it looks pretty special. And in fact, speaking of videos of some really cool stuff that I know somebody has been making, look at this. We've got a very small mini ninja who is just as tall as me, and I'm just standing up. No. Hi there, Minnie. How's it going?
Yeah, just you know what? Whatever.
Love you too, and of course Mini Ninja she plays it. You've been extremely busy on your YouTube channel. I understand that you basically didn't sleep one night because you put together this really cool collection of, well, look, I'll let you explain it. It's something to do with Final Fantasy XIV. What was it that you made?
It was a tribute to version 1.0. I just took a bunch of screenshots, put them together because, it's kind of sad that even though 2.0 is going to be promising it new tomorrow, like all of our memories of 1.0 are going to be gone.
That's right. And in fact, you know what? That's a good point because that's why we're here today, folks. That is exactly why we're here. And again, my thanks to Katella for all of her organising behind the scenes. Where would we be without you, Katella? You have really organised something special today. This is, as I said, a Q&A session. It's an opportunity for us to share some of our memories. It's an opportunity to say bye temporarily to you guys watching along from home, and a big thank you to everyone in the LinkShell, and of course we'll get to that later on. Do you know who else I can see here behind me? It's that troublemaker herself, Scarlet Rosebud. Hello to you.
Hello.
Now, you're going to be nice to me today, or am I dreaming?
Do I have to?
Hey, look, everyone's laughing. You're so nasty to me. Now look, it's our last day. You've got to be sympathetic. I see you laughing there, Pico Man. Oh, and Gloom, everyone's laughing. Oh dear. Somehow, Scarlet, I think that you've got everyone's support on being horrible to me today. But come on.
You definitely got mine.
Oh, shush you. She plays it in the cheap seats over there. Scarlet, how are you feeling about this today?
I'm a little sad. I just got started with this game and now it's shutting down.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, isn't it? Do you know who else I can see next to you there? Lady. Hello, Lady.
Hello.
How about you? You a little bit sad today?
I'm very sad. I know that tonight I am at least going to shed a tear or two.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a, well, I don't know what it is, a bit of a sook when it comes to things like this. I get a little bit emotional. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Actually, I can see Zenwing in there. Hey, mate, how's it going?
Hello.
Now, how are you feeling? You must be a little bit upset about the fact that we're going to have to close down for a while.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting on 2.0. I hope it comes out faster.
Yeah, same here. Let's just all hope that happens. Hello, Lucif, in the background there. How are you, mate?
I'm doing quite well.
All right, and you're feeling a little bit indifferent as well, I'd imagine?
I'm happy to see it go because I'm interested in the 2.0 improvements, but at the same time, it is a challenge that's past me now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are a lot of us who aren't as far advanced, of course, in the game. So for me, there's a lot of stuff I'm not going to see. Although, must say, I wouldn't have seen half as much as I have if it wasn't for everybody here showing me. So thanks, everybody. You know, just going to quickly get a couple of shout-outs out of the way. We got one here from Ademius Soul, and they say, hello, Sambo and the Distant World LinkShell. I'm always excited to see the next Let's Play with Seraphis and the entire LinkShell of Distant World. I was one of the few that judged Final Fantasy XIV without giving it a fighting chance, but after watching your Let's Plays, I regret not being able to play. I was wondering if I could have a shout out. Katella, it's interesting hearing that from Ademius Soul. I'd say there are quite a number of people who are probably in the same position there that regret the fact that they didn't get in here and get their hands dirty. What do you think?
I do think so. Going through all your comments, I actually found a couple of those where people had said that.
Yep, that's right, same here. And look, I hope, guys, if you never made it here, that our series at least gives you a bit of a glimpse as to what life was like here in Eorzea before version 2.0. Got another shout out here from GamerMum07, and they saying, love the episodes. I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times, but I just can't wait for the PS3 version. You know what? I do hear it 1,000 times, but it's justified too. I can't wait for it either. And I thought you would like to know that my 1-year-old says goodbye to you guys every time you sign off. Now that is cute. I think that's cute. Minnie, don't you reckon that's cute? Bye!
That's adorable.
That's adorable. Can't wait to join you guys in-game when A Realm Reborn comes out. And can you remind us actually, Minnie, what is A Realm Reborn? Is that version 2? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing. It's the realm being reborn after the meteor strikes the planet.
There you go, folks. So I get that question a lot. What's A Realm Reborn? It's version 2. It's the same thing. Got another shout out here from Chindori7, and they say, hey, great episodes, guys. I wish I could have been there filming the fashion show event. Oh boy, did we have fun doing that one. Bloopers. She plays it. Bloopers. But unable...
Shut up, you.
Unable to get on Final Fantasy XIV at the moment. I hope to join you and the LinkShell for the next episode, the final episode. But in case I can't, could I please have a shout out for my character called Ventus Avalon? And could you say a big hello to everybody in the LinkShell? Well, do you know what I reckon? Oh, look at this, by the way. The lighting is going nuts here. We'll talk about the environment in just a second. I reckon that the LinkShell should say hello to Chindori. What do you reckon, Katella? Should we say a great big hello?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right, let's do it. What do you reckon, guys? You ready? Hello, Chindori. There you go. Doesn't get any better than that. Thank you very much for your support. And finally, we got one more shout out here from the Silent Gamer 2011, and they say, "Hey Sambo, and hi to the Distant World LinkShell. Can I please get a shout out? I finally caught up with all of the videos." Gosh, that's a lot of watching if you ask me. And I also registered on the Distant World website. The PS3 version is what I'm looking forward to. I would also like to say that Katella, Sayo Mayo, Pico Man, and Mini Ninja are great. You notice he doesn't mention me. There you go. I think he's clearly delusional. By the way, I registered under Cariana Fawn, or just Cariana. So there we go, Cariana. Nice to see you. And yeah, look, I agree. We're absolutely surrounded by amazing and incredible members of our LinkShell, as you guys can rightly see as we pan around here. Well, do you know what? Look, I think we're on borrowed time. And before we go any further, just a special nod to this person who's right in front of me here. This would be Selfie Nix. Hello.
Wait, what? I didn't get that memo.
No, that's you. That's right. Do you know what? I know that you're very busy. You, of course, have a very important role in all of our LinkShell events, and it's behind the scenes. Tell everyone, what is your role at all of these things?
I am the official photographer of Distant Worlds.
That's right. You are behind the scenes capturing all of these special moments. And of course, they will end up in our gallery on our Final Fantasy XIV LinkShell website. Am I right?
Yes. And I also edit them for my corner.
That's right. You have a selfies corner as well. And there's some really funny stuff there. So look, there we go. Now, the other thing I just wanted to mention, Katella, before we get going, is I'm walking around here, but I understand I'm not rendering everybody, am I?
Nope, most likely not.
Right, and remind us again why that is, and will it be any different in version 2?
It will be different in version 2. It's kind of a limitation of this version of the game.
Right, so in other words, there are probably people standing right here next to Obese and Wingod who are, basically I can't see. But don't worry, we will catch up with them later on in the episode when we get to a less crowded place. But you know what, guys?
Yeah, you weren't visible to me, but I don't think it's a rendering thing. I actually have that configured to not show you.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past you. I'm just going to hop on my chocobo here. Don't go away, folks. I'm just going to head down the back here. There you go. I just wanted to get you guys watching along from home a better view of exactly what is happening here. We have this huge wall of Goobos. We've got all of Distant World lined up. We've got them. Yeah, here we are. This is the main group here. We've got Pico, Scarlet West. We've got Katella. She plays it. Everybody is there. But do you know what? I'm just going to cheat. I'm just going to run through this wall of Goobos, Katella. And I know nobody has to follow me, but I just wanted to do something. And that is, I wanted to stand right here. And I'm going to get off my chocobo. Now, Katella, can you guess where I'm standing? Go on, have one guess.
Maybe where we started the LinkShell in the first place?
That is right. And in fact, I'm going to zoom right out. Here we go, folks, as we've got this creepy music playing in the background, and we'll ask Pico about that in just a second. But this, folks, you can see in the background, you can see that wall of Goobos, and of course, this right here is where 3 of us decided to start this LinkShell up, and of course, that would be the founders of Distant World, none other than Pico Man and Sayo Mayo. Now, Sayo, do you remember that day? I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It's incredible, and that was right here where I'm standing. So if you ask me, it's like a bit of a 360. It's like a full circle. We've come full circle here. We've got the end of our world right behind us there, and of course that's juxtaposed by where we were for the start of our little community here. So there you go, folks. That's a bit. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take a bit of a picture, if you don't mind. Here we go, and I'll pop that up on the website so you guys can see it. So Pico, I mean, what's going to happen in terms of LinkShells and stuff? Is that something that we're going to find out later on in our Q&A?
We should discuss that later, but as long as we're together on the website, we'll always have a line of communication, so we'll all stay together.
That's right, and that's an important thing, folks. Just because this is our final episode, don't think we're disappearing from the face of the earth. There may not be any more shows for a while, although I'm sure we'll come up with some excuses for some. We will definitely be still hanging about the website. Alright, so without further ado, I think it's time for us to head off and get into the show proper. And again, reminding us, Katella, where are we going to be heading next?
I think we might go ahead and go to an Aetheryte camp. I'm not sure which one yet. We'll see.
Alright, we'll see, and that will begin our Q&A session, and again, we will make sure that the Distant World LinkShell are with us along the way. So guys, if you'd like to follow us along, we'd love to have you, of course. Now, let me see, is Jenna here? I'm looking down the list. Can I see a Jenna? I can! G'day, mate!
Hello.
How are you? Now, I can't see you in game. I can't see you in game. Which character are you? Are you on Watermelons? Are you on Butcher? Or are you on Jenna?
I'm on Watermelons at the moment.
Okay, all right. As long as you keep Butcher at bay, I'll be happy. Right? I mean, what's Butcher going to do over the break? Do you know what I think you should do? I think that he should be deleted. That's what I think. I just think, his time has come to an end.
Don't kill him.
No, listen to everybody. Oh, come on.
He's gonna dance around.
That's homicide.
But everyone loves Butcher.
You'll find him on the beach sipping a glass of orange juice.
I think that's exactly right, lady. All right, maybe we shouldn't kill him off. I don't know. Let us know in the comments below. What should happen to Butcher over this break? Should he come back in version 2? Should we allow him back? Anyway, speaking of coming back,
with a new Sablagar.
That's exactly what we're going to do very, very shortly. So imagine the next time we probably are together with absolutely everybody here is the big event that is happening. Now, Katella, do we want to talk about that just yet, or do you want to leave that for later? Up to you.
We'll leave that for later.
Ooh, bit of a surprise. But yes, folks, there is an event going on. So I'd imagine that we're going to see everyone at that. But for now, see you later, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Later.
See you later. Bye.
And welcome back, folks. Here we are. We're at our first little camp. In fact, look at this. We're sitting around a campfire, all nice and cozy. Yes, everyone's laughing. And you can see Pico Man in the background. We've got Sayo Mayo there. We've got Sir Watermelons. I can see Omos. You can see Vile, Freya. There's a whole bunch of them. Azrael. Hello, Scarlet's over there as well. Latian, there's Selfie. There's Sky. EP up the background there. Whole bunch of us. Now, whereabouts are we exactly, Katella?
We're at the Red Rooster Stead.
Red Rooster Stead. Let's have a look on the map and figure out exactly where that is. Oh, okay, so we're south of Camp Bloodshore. Now, Camp Bloodshore, that was a bit of a special area, if you ask me, in our Let's Play series. I'm gonna test some people's general knowledge here. Let's see, who can we pick on? Maybe we'll pick on Mini Ninja. Now let's see. Do you remember Mini Ninja, aka She Plays It? What was special about Bloodshore? What we did at Camp Bloodshore?
Bloodshore. That wouldn't happen to be the place where we got our goo ways, would it?
Oh, damn, she knew it. That's right. That's our really, really fun Gubu episode there. That was so much fun. Can't believe it. All these memories are flooding back. Oh,
yeah,
well.
that Goobay broke your camera. How much was it to replace that?
Yeah, I know, it was heaps. That was Blimmin' Jenna, ran straight into the camera. Now, I can see there's this strange-looking NPC here, Katella, called Bertrand. What's he all about?
I don't know. I think you should talk to him.
I don't know. I don't trust Katella, but I'll talk to him anyway. Let's have a chat. Here we go. What brings you out this way, adventurer? If you're looking for that vagabond minstrel, we arrested him on charges of inciting mayhem. He's probably rotting in the brig beneath the coral tower as we speak. Limsa has troubles enough without some charlatan inflaming the populace with his ominous poetry. I'm sure you're not going to tell me you actually bothered to listen to him, are you? Hang on. Oh, it's come up and asked me, do I listen to the minstrel's words? Well, yeah, of course I did. But why, says Bertrand. Next you'll be telling me you actually believed his drivel. Well, I'm going to say yes. Yes, of course I believed it. What? You would align yourself with an enemy of the peace? This is your first and final warning. If you declare your adherence to the fallacies of that minstrel one more time, I'll have you dragged to the brig on the same charges before you can spit. Hang on, Katella, that sounds a bit ominous. I better say no, right? Oh, hang on, what am I saying? I'm going to throw caution to the wind. Declare my belief and surrender yourself into custody, yes. Oh dear, that settles it then. We can't let you wander around free, stirring up trouble. It's off to the dungeons with you. Wait, oh, hey, Katella, I'm actually being teleported somewhere. You didn't tell me this was going to happen. What's going on? Oh, my screen's gone blank. Hang on. Hello. What's going on? Mini Ninja, did you know this was going to happen?
No, of course not.
I didn't know. Jinx McNinja's laughing at me. Blind Rage is okay. Who can explain? Lady, hello. Can you explain to me what on earth is going on here?
Well, we sided with the minstrel and we were all thrown in jail. We were standing up for what we believed in.
I didn't realise we'd actually be thrown in a real jail. Whereabouts is this jail? Does anybody know?
Below Limsa, I believe.
Yes, it's in Limsa in the Coral Tower, someplace that you can't get to very easily.
And did we have to be stuck in here with Sir Watermelons? I can't believe this. This is like a nightmare.
It could be worse.
Oh, yeah, it could be just with you. All right, well, look, you know what? We're stuck in here now. Let's sit down and, I don't know about you guys, but seeing as we've got no choice but to be in here, why don't we start off with some of our questions from the Q&A? Because reminding you guys watching along from home, of course, that is why we're here today. Not only to be here to take part in the end of the world, as Catella put it, but we're also here to answer a lot of your questions from previous episodes. So I know for a fact that we've got these here and we've organised them into some kind of categories. And again, this is all Catella's hard work in the background, so thank you so much. So I'm just going to rip through a couple of these right now. The first category that we've got here is about alpha or beta, and the first question we've got is, when does the alpha start?
Alpha started in Japan 10/29/2012.
So hang on, so the 29th of October in 2012. So does that mean that, can I join it? Can anyone join?
No, it's just for Japanese players right now, and then they'll add more people later on.
Oh, okay, so we have to wait until we get word that we're able to join the alpha.
Right.
What about the PS3 beta? Let's see, who can we ask about that? Jinx McNinja, do we know anything about a PS3 beta?
Not at this time. They haven't really put out much as far as mentioning PS3 betas.
Okay, alright, that's interesting. This is a really interesting question, this one. Can Sambo, aka me, can I continue the Let's Play during the beta? Mini Ninja.
No, you can't, because that's against NDA, and Square doesn't want you sharing the information because this could quite possibly give a negative outlook on the game.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mini. Okay, what about the downtime? And we're talking about alpha and beta here. How long will this game be down, and what's it got to do with the alpha or beta? Who we got there? Lucif, hello.
Hello.
So this game is going to be down for a while. Is it dependent on the alpha?
So I believe that the downtime is more dependent on the beta, because the news we have out of the alpha so far is it's going according to plan and smoothly.
Okay, so I guess once they're happy with that, then we may see some dates start being thrown around about when we're going to be able to come back to the game for real, or at least when the beta starts, maybe?
Very likely.
Alright, sounds good. Right, our next bunch of questions are all about character creation. Of course, character creation in an MMO is extremely important. Well, it is for me, and I like to spend hours and hours in there, and if it's a bit rubbish, then I get a little bit disappointed, to be honest. So I've got a question or two about character creation. The first one here is, what races will players be able to choose from in A Realm Reborn?
Well, in addition to the current races that are available, character options for the male Miqo'te, female Rogadin, and female Highlander Huron will also be available.
All right, sounds good to me. There you go, folks. What about the classes? Which classes will actually be available when we create a new character in the new game? West?
Unlike in version 1.0 we're playing now, you'll only be able to create a character with a battle class, but they're going to add the Arcanist class.
So an Arcanist, what on earth is that? I haven't heard of that before, West.
Well, it's the class that turns into their job Summoner, so it will be the first pet class in Final Fantasy XIV.
Awesome, there we go. Now, what about customization in the new game? What kind of customization can we expect from the character creator there, lady?
Hi, so there will be more bust size options, more hairstyles, more tattoo and scar options. People can actually take a look at the alpha creation video for more details. Also, Yoshida has said that the alpha creation video is very limited at the moment, so expect even more customizations down the road, which personally I am excited for because I am looking forward to what customizations we will see when the actual version 2.0 version comes out.
Good, yeah, you're a bit like me. I mean, you know what, when you make a character online, it's something that's very personal if you ask me, and of course we get to play it for hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours, so you have to make it something that appeals to yourself personally, and the wider the range of choices available, then the better, if you ask me. Anyhow, look, just another question on character creation very quickly. Will existing players be able to make adjustments to their current characters? And I think this is a great question. Catella, do you know?
Yep, actually they will be able to.
All right, that is fantastic. So I noticed a lady mentioned about boob size before. Well, they politely put it as bust size. So does that mean I can make my boobs smaller if I want to, or bigger, or whatever? Some games, you know what? I must admit, Final Fantasy XIV is the least offensive, but some games the boobs go over the top. Wouldn't you agree, Cattell? Have you seen some of those crazy MMOs where it's like physically impossible for females to be wandering around because of the size of their boobs? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, some of them are pretty crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So, this game, at least you're going to be able to have realistic, normal-looking stuff that doesn't defy physics. All right, very happy about that one. Now, what about if we have something that is a memento for having us survive 1.0? Do we know if there's anything like that that's going to be happening?
Yeah, existing players are going to have something physically that marks them as having survived 1.0. And the players, they haven't said for sure what this is going to be, so I don't know if it's going to be like a title or if it's going to be like that tattoo mark on some of the NPCs in the storyline from 1.0. But that's kind of the speculations of what they're meaning by that.
All right, sounds good to me. And I would actually like to have some kind of memento, just so that it's like a T-shirt, if you like, saying, "Hey, I survived the apocalypse" or something. I don't know. It would be really, really cool if that happened. I'm sure they'll figure something out. All right, well, look, maybe I'm getting a bit cold in here. I don't like being cooped up in the jail. Do you think we could head somewhere else, Catella, maybe, and we can start asking some questions about the new client? What do you reckon?
There is one thing before we leave I would like to see if you'd like to point out.
Oh.
The Wandering Minstrel, did you ever have a look at him?
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, the Wandering Minstrel, no. Should I click on him?
Well, don't click on him just yet, but just have a look at him and tell me, who does he remind you of?
Well, do you know what, Minnie? For once, I actually know the answer to this question. And in fact, let's zoom right in so we can get a good look at his face. That is none other than Yoshi. Oh, look, she's melting. It is Yoshi P. Am I right or am I wrong?
Oh, you're right.
That's right. And remind us again, who is Yoshi P?
He is the one that's taking Final Fantasy XIV in its new direction.
That's right, of course it is. He's the game's producer, and he's been the one that's been keeping in touch with us, the players, all of this time. So there it is. That is his likeness. Well, it's not his likeness right now. It's actually Blind Rage's big belly. Thank you for swallowing him up there, Blind Rage. All right, so where are we going to head to now, Catella?
Yeah, I think we should, well, as soon as Blind Rage moves, we should go talk to Yoshi P. And Wandering Minstrel about getting out of here.
Oh, is that how we actually get out, is it? All right, do you mind, please, Blind Rage?
Yoshi is our ticket to freedom.
Yes, there we go. There he goes. Let's have a click on him and say, I never thought I'd meet a friend in a place such as this. It's kind of like a bit of an Easter egg, isn't it? So funny. It appears we share a connection, you and I. The words make sense to me now, but a single glance at your face was enough to reveal their meaning. What words, you ask? The words of Messiah Thousand Eyes, of course. Ne'er till land consumes the sun, can see bare moons. Heavens spew crimson's flame, hell's seep black dooms. Stray seeds quicken in ashes grey embrace, valiant blades forged under the 12's good grace. First line is simple. It warns of the end of the astral and the beginning of the umbral era. The crimson flames falling from the heaven speak of the red moon Dalamud, as I'm quite sure you have deduced. Yes, just a little bit. Then come the black dooms, which represent the continuing woes of Eorzea. Stray seeds in ash. This can only signify the birth of new hope in a desolate world. And who, pray tell, will bring us this hope? Why, prodigiously, no, not you, Mini Ninja. Why, prodigiously talented, nay, blessed souls, yes, that's right, who bravely venture forth with weapon in hand, or valiant blades forged under the 12's good grace, if you prefer. A rather elegant manner of describing adventurers, would you not agree? But if such is true, then you, my friend, do not belong in a dank, dark prison. That's right, we don't. Fly from this place and prepare yourself for the calamities which are to come. I shall do all that is within my power to aid you, and once the land is reborn, perhaps you and I shall meet again. Go now. The shoots of a brave tomorrow shall spring from the seeds you sow this day. Do you know what, Catella? That is, if you ask me, a real big metaphor, basically saying, wow, this is Yoshi, this is a director, and that's exactly what he's doing with the game, isn't it? He's basically getting rid of the old, out with the old, in with the new, the rebirth of the game. It's kind of like, effectively, his mission statement in real life. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's a neat little Easter egg there. There we go. Go now. The shoots of a brave tomorrow will sprout from the seeds of today. There we go. The vista stretches out before me. Beyond the void it glimmers, a world not unlike our own. Right, here we are. We've gathered ourselves in Limsa. This is one of my favourite places because we've got the lighthouse in the background there, and look at that side. All of the members of the Distant World come along to join us here. We're right outside the Adventurers Guild, and again, you guys will have seen this location in many of our Let's Play shows. Oh man, you know, as we go through all these places in the world, so many great memories come flooding back. I hope I don't start bawling my eyes out in the middle of all this. You know what, let's get right into the Q&A. This one is all about the client. So we've got a bunch of questions about the actual program that you use to run. So let's start off with the first one here that came up a lot. Gosh, it's noisy here, isn't it, folks? This is lots of fun. What are the computer requirements for A Realm Reborn? Blind Rage.
Yeah, the information is not yet released, but with the new engine, it's stated that the Realm Reborn should work better than it is now, so it should be less of a strain on your computer.
That is definitely good news. What about the actual nature of A Realm Reborn itself? I mean, is it a patch? Is it an update? Or is it a whole different game? Let's see. Jinx, do you know?
It's kind of an in-between because it's built from scratch using a totally different engine than what we're using now, but it does take some of the principles that the original is using now. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to say.
Right, that's true. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But will it actually use the same client? And this is a great question. Or will we have to download a completely new launcher and download gigabytes and gigabytes of data? Gosh, I hope not. Lady, do you know the answer to that one?
Actually, AR will have a brand new launcher, and when compared to the current version's launcher, where download speeds were in constant flux, the speeds will be equalized and depend on the specs of your PC you are using. So be rest assured that this new launcher will be very efficient when it comes to patching.
Sounds good to me. What about uninstalling the current version of the game client there, Lucif?
So, because of the fact the Realm Reborn is a completely different launcher, it's perfectly okay to uninstall this version of the game because the other one's built on a new engine.
Ah, okay, alright. So, and in terms of, I mean, will there be any point actually keeping this version on your computer, Lucif?
So the character data is all stored on the server, and the one thing that you probably want to keep are your screenshots and stuff.
Okay, so if you do want to keep your screenshots, how do you know where they are on your computer?
So if you go into the My Games folder on the, I believe it's a Windows 7 install, the My Games in the My Documents area of your computer, the users folder, then there's a Final Fantasy XIV folder there that you can back up.
Great stuff, thank you. Now what about us existing players? Do we actually have to go out and purchase a whole new copy of A Realm Reborn? I mean, we've already paid for this one. Merrick, do you know the answer to that one?
No, we won't have to pay for it. Existing players will be able to download the new game client at no charge.
There you go, great news, that one. Now, Mini Ninja, I've got a question for you, because this one plagues me. I can't Alt-Tab in Final Fantasy XIV, and it is absolutely annoying. Are we going to be able to Alt-Tab in version 2.0?
Well, as long as your computer's up to par with the recommended specs, you should be able to Alt-Tab safely at a full screen mode without the game crashing. 3 window modes will be offered. They have normal mode, frameless window mode, and full screen mode.
Oh, you know what? Frameless window mode, that's a big one for me because I like to stream in that mode, so that's good. Just before we move on with the questions, Mini Ninja, I'm going to zoom in on you a little bit here. That's a bit of a fancy weapon you've got going on there. How on earth did you get that?
I worked really hard. I did hours upon hours upon hours of sleeping and found it under my pillow.
Yeah, exactly. Katella, did she work hours and hours and hours sleeping it off? How come it was under her pillow?
So the new thing that they've been doing this last, I don't know, like 5 days,
right,
is that you can check your bed, and sometimes you get treats, and sometimes those treats are relic weapons, but we won't be keeping them.
I was going to say, that sounds like a bit of a cheat if you ask me. Got one more question here, which is, apart from Alt-Tabbing, West, don't know if you can answer me this one, what progress will be carried over into 2.0 for our existing players?
Everything you have accomplished up until the 1st of November 2012.
Alright, so absolutely everything up to the 1st. So everything that we're doing right now is not going to be saved, is that right?
Correct.
Alright, well there we go. There's a bunch of questions answered on the client itself. Katella, can we go somewhere? I mean, I'd love to be able to visit places that we've seen in the series before and take our wonderful LinkShell with us. I think we're going to talk about some UI changes that are coming up. Can we head somewhere else maybe?
Yeah, let's take a trip.
Alright, sounds good. We'll be back with you guys in just a minute. And here we are, folks, we're back and we're running into what should be a very familiar site if you're a regular on our Let's Play series. That's right, it is the amphitheater. Let's have a look on the map, see exactly where we are. We are in Gridania and it is the Miqo'te's amphitheater. This has been the site of many, many wonderful memories for me and I know a lot of our LinkShell members. And look at this, as always, if you come here you can expect to see a lot of them gathered, and today it is absolutely no different. Let's give them a wave. Hi everybody, how's it going? Look at that. Alright, now we are here for a number of questions, and this time we've got questions about the UI. Look at that, everyone's giving us a wave. I love this LinkShell so very much. Gosh, I'm going to miss you guys. Alright, so UI changes in version 2. This is a big one because the UI has copped a lot of flack in Final Fantasy XIV. Now, personally, I kind of ended up getting used to it. I don't mind it the way it is. It's not very WoW-like, but the new one does look a little bit WoW-ish if you ask me. But look, we've got some specific questions that have come in from you guys watching along from home. First one is there going to be a party list in the new UI? So Jinx McNinja, do you know?
Yes, actually there is, and the nice thing about that is you can freely arrange the member information. So you can have your people that you're healing. If you're a healer, you can group them in one spot. You can have people in another spot, and you can actually also add your own name to the list.
Okay, that's a big one. Alright, so what about the chat? I mean, we know about party UI stuff. What about chat? Because chat, to be honest, is a bit painful in Final Fantasy XIV. We have to hit the space bar. It's hard. You know, I always end up sending tells to the wrong people. Can you tell us anything about chat in version 2?
In the current internal build they implemented a feature where you can actually click the player's name in the chat log and send them in the tell, which is not yet in alpha, but it will be there. LinkShells in A Realm Reborn will be treated as chat channels as well.
Right, there you go, folks. You heard it directly from Jinx's mouth. So, Catella, what about hotbars and macros? I mean, I'm not exactly a macro fiend. You've shown me a couple of them, but the hotbars are a bit confusing the way they are now. Are there any changes coming up in version 2?
There is. In the current version of the game, the action bar and the macro palette are independent from each other. However, in A Realm Reborn, the action bar and the macro palette will be unified in one hotbar.
What about gear? Gear is something that is really painful, I reckon. Like, if I want to change outfits completely, I have to do a whole bunch of macros. Is that going to be any different in version 2.0?
They've said that you'll be able to change an entire set of gear with one macro, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, I bet. You know what? Speaking of vanity, what about like things like costume slots, vanity slots? Do we have any word on that?
They have said that. They actually are going to add that to ARR, to Realm Reborn.
Woohoo! Did you hear that, folks? That means it's wardrobes, it's costumes. Man, I can't wait for that one. Now, what about quest progress tracking? A lot of games have quest trackers built into them. Lady, do you know if there's anything planned in that respect for version 2.0?
Yes, there is. The ability to track quest progress will be added. Quest targets will appear on the map and the mini-map.
Now, what about things like exploration and transportation? Lady, you know what, I don't know about you, but playing an MMO, part of the fun of playing an MMO is exploring new areas. Is there anything we can look forward to in version 2.0?
Yes, there is. Actually, I am personally excited too. The Aetheryte locations will be completely remapped in 2.0, and they will lose their power as part of the transactions into A Realm Reborn. As a result, the Aetheryte's attunement will be reset systematically, and you will not be able to teleport to all locations at the launch of ARR. But in ARR, players will have to explore in order to unlock places on their in-game map, which will be exciting because exploring is all about the adventure, I think.
I you know what, 100% agree with you, and I'm really happy about that as well. You have to put the work in, the legwork in, before you can actually go to those places. Thank you very much, lady. Now, what about things like inventory? Everybody knows that, you know, me and inventory get along famously, because I love my inventory. In fact, I maximize its use. Lucif, do we know anything about any changes that may be coming into, look, Catella's laughing at me, coming in version 2.0?
Yeah, so there's some fairly significant changes to the inventory. The character-based inventory will be reduced to 100 spaces. The retainers will be increased to 175 per. Anything over the 100 limit, so obviously now we have more than 100 And if you're carrying more than that, or you were at the first of the month save, that stuff will be stored on an NPC in 2.0 in Realm Reborn, and you can go and collect it from him as you pare down your inventory.
Okay. I think that's going to be happening to me.
Can I add something to that? You're going to have equipped gear sets, and they won't count towards your 100 spaces of inventory.
Oh, okay. Because you know what? I'm freaking out. 100 spaces? That doesn't sound like very much, but that makes it sound a lot better. Now, what about things like money? Is there anything going to be different in A Realm Reborn?
Yeah, so one thing that caused quite a bit of stir when Square announced it was a redenomination of the guild. And essentially, from the NPC's perspective and from the player's perspective, you're going to knock a 0 off the end of all your guild.
Oh, okay. So hang on. Doesn't that mean that people like Pico Man, who have $1 trillion, billion, quadzillion dollars, is he going to get affected by that?
Yeah, all of us will be affected. Obviously, the percentage will be different. The percentage will be the same for everyone, but the physical amount will be different.
Right.
We'll be going down to 1/10 our current guild allotment.
Right, there you go, folks. So just be prepared for that. If you do log back in, you haven't been hacked, Merrick.
But it should also be noted that NPCs the prices that NPCs have will also be a 0 dropped off of it.
Okay, so it's basically an equalizing event that's happening. To make it a little bit more easier on the eye more than anything else, I'd imagine. There's a lot of zeros that go on. Now, speaking to you, Merrick, unique zones. Is there any change in zones or the way that zones work in version 2.0?
Yeah, in 2.0, the world will now have loaded zone lines. The reason behind the map redesign is to replace the boring copy-paste seamless areas with smaller, more unique zones. Some of the areas like Thanalan will be getting up to like 5 zones.
Wow, okay, so what you're talking about is if I'm wandering around here in Gridania, I actually cannot anymore seamlessly wander from one end to the other. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Alright, so I guess some folk are going to like that one, some folk aren't. Some folk may say that it's going to break up the immersion, we don't have a open world anymore. Other people, of course, are going to love it because it means their computer is going to be able to run it, finally. So there you go. Well, thank you to everyone who was asking those questions, and of course my thanks to everyone here who is answering them. I think we've got to have a chat about some billing changes and some server world options as well. I'm sure that we're going to end up somewhere very special to ask those ones, so we'll be right back, folks. And welcome back, folks. Here we go. Somewhere very, very special indeed. Somewhere that I think we've seen in one of our other Let's Play episodes at the very end. I think Pico may have shown us this from a distance, but Merrick, remind us, what are we viewing at? It's absolutely magnificent. In the background there, what is that?
That is the city-state of Ishgard, which is currently not available in the game. Hopefully it will be opened up in 2.0, but we're just west of the Gates of Judgment, which is that long road coming from our left-hand side there.
Yeah, is that like a big bridge over there I can see?
Yeah.
Gosh, it looks amazing. Is this still going to be in version 2.0, this area?
I sure hope so, because I'd actually like to go in there and check it out.
Yeah, so would I. It's absolutely awesome. All right, well, look, we've got a few more questions to ask, and again, reminding you guys, if you've joined us midway through, this is a final Final Fantasy episode for version 1.0 of Final Fantasy XIV, and of course, if you've joined us midway, we are currently in the middle of a Q&A. This is a collection of all of the questions that you guys have asked over a course of the series, and especially about the new version of the game that's about to come. So let's see, let's get right into it here. We've got some server and world option questions. Let's see, let's ask Blind Rage. Blind Rage, what's happening with the server selection options in A Realm Reborn?
They will have data servers located in different parts of the world. Players will be shown a complete list of worlds, including what data center that server is based in when selecting their server.
Okay, so hang on a minute. The way it is at the moment, as I understand it, we are an international server. Let me see, Jinx McNinja, will existing players be able to transfer to a different server then?
Existing players will not be able to move to the new worlds for a certain period of time, but that's just to kind of keep a balance in the economy. SE will be setting up a world transfer service similar to Final Fantasy XI, however, so when they can transfer.
Okay, so it is going to happen later on.
Yes.
Alright, now what about joining servers that already have an existing population? Will we be able to do that, Catella?
Yeah, new players will be able to join servers that already have. So, like, if somebody wants to come join our server, they will be able to as a new player.
Okay, and that's a great question. Lady, what server will we be on? Distant World in A Realm Reborn?
Well, Distant World is an international LinkShell, therefore it is the plan to remain on our current server, whatever that server ends up being. If it ends up that they rename our server or merge/change it somehow to be something other than Masamune, we will post the name of our new server on our website.
Alright, sounds good to me. So speaking of things like character transfer changes, I don't know, that to me sounds like paid services, and that reminds me of billing. Are we going to expect any changes to the billing system, which, let's face it, isn't exactly the easiest in A Realm Reborn? Jinx?
No, it's still going to be pay to play. It's a 30-day recurring subscription fee, and there's a couple different options. There's one option that's $12.99 for 30 days, which is for one playable character per world, a total of 8 characters there.
Right.
Or a $14.99 option for 30 days with 8 playable characters per world with a max of 40 characters. And the legacy members, such as myself and a few other members in the LinkShell, get, and you as well, of course, can't forget you. Legacy members will get a $9.99, so about a $10 subscription per 30 days, which includes 8 characters per world. Again, that's 40 characters total, and that pricing is only available to us legacy members.
That's such a good deal. $10 a month to play this. Yeah, good. I'm glad that they're carrying that one on. Thank you very much there, Jinx. Now, I've got a question for the ladies' man herself, and gosh, every time I say that it sounds weird. Hi there, Minnie. How's it going?
How's it going?
Now, we know that you're a PC player, of course, because we see your episodes on your Let's Play channel all the time, and thank you for that. Are you a console player by chance?
Actually, I am. I play PS3 as well.
Aha! Alright, so I'm going to ask you a PS3 question. Do you know anything about the PS3? Because, well, we hope that it's coming out for the PS3, of course. Do you know anything about the controls for the PS3 version?
Well, I heard that the UI for the PS3 version is going to be different from the PC version, which will be very handy to play different players.
Right.
And PS3 users can, of course, use a USB keyboard where they can, type to talking, but I don't think there's any kind of in-game voice chat planned.
Okay, well, the big thing is, as long as you can, and gosh, it's noisy here, isn't it, folks? As long as you can plug in a USB keyboard, that's going to make a massive difference, because can you imagine having to do all your typing by going click, click, click on the controller?
I did it, and, well, they have an on-screen keyboard as well, but I played Final Fantasy XI for 8 years, and they had an on-screen keyboard for that. I couldn't do it for more than a day before I went to the store and bought a keyboard.
Yeah.
Xbox has the same problem, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, speaking of Xbox and different platforms, Minnie, just while we're on the PS3 console front, this is the biggest question we get asked probably. Do you know if Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn will be cross-platform? And by that I mean, will PS3 players be able to play on the same servers as us playing here on PC? This is a big one. What's the answer?
Yes, it was one of my biggest concerns because my sister's going to be playing on the PS3 and I'm on PC.
That is best news ever. Let's just repeat that one, folks, just in case you didn't get what that was about. This is the fact that if you're playing it on the PS3 version, you indeed will be able to play with us on the very same server as we play on our PC version. That has got to be the best news ever. Do you know what, Minnie?
Yeah, especially because, now we're going to have double the mini pleasure against you, Sambo.
Oh, man, I can't believe it. Hang on, I just realised, sister, that means there's another member of the Mini Ninja family. I'm doomed! I'm absolutely doomed. Now, do you know what? I'm going to go to West here. West, do you know when the PS3 version will be released? Because that's probably the second most popular question we ever get. When is the PS3 version coming?
Well, there is no date announced, but they do plan to release the PC and the PS3 simultaneously.
Aha, that's the key thing. So I'm guessing that whenever the PC PC version comes, folks, you'll be able to go along and pick up the PS3 version as well. I seriously can't wait for that. All right, well, there you go, folks. That was our little Q&A here at Ishgard. It is so beautiful. Although, Merrick, I understand it looks even more amazing at night time. Is that right?
Yeah, it looks a lot better at nighttime, especially with the lights on Ishgard itself and the lightning striking in the back. I was hoping that we'd get here at night, but...
Yeah, well, do you know what we have got, though, in terms of atmosphere? I can hear a very haunting song in the background, and I'm sure you guys watching along from home have been able to hear it as well. 10 internet points to anyone who can guess it throughout the episode, and we'll let you know exactly what the answer to that is at the end of our episode. But in the meantime, we're going to move on to somewhere else special, and I think we're going to talk some animation changes, and this is a big topic, this one, so we'll be right back soon, folks. Welcome back. Here we are at a very, very special location. In fact, look, we can see Lady Kriya in the background here. I understand this is one of your favourites. Can you tell us what on earth we're looking at above me there and where we are?
We're actually in a special part of Mordana, and this is, what's behind us is the thing you saw in the beginning of Final Fantasy, where the dragon, I'm not sure what his name was, Lucifer, help me.
I think it's Mitsugormer.
Mitsugormer was attacking the Imperial airship at the very beginning of the game and crash landed here.
That is incredible. That's an amazing view, isn't it? In fact, look at this. Speaking of amazing views, there is pretty much our LinkShell all squashed up here on this rock. You know what? Not only the dragon and that crashed ship look amazing, but just the view out over the lake. That's, I think I'm going to hang around here and grab some screenshots. It is very, very pretty. Katella, I know that you've got a lot of very special spots in the game that are favourites of yours. Is this one of them?
You know, this is the first time I've been here.
What? Are you kidding me? Really?
I've been to this area and I've seen this dragon before, but I haven't been to this spot.
Ah, okay. Well, of course, you know, every single part of the game is new for me, so I'm just gawking at everything. Oh, good lord, we've got a Gubu there. Now, I just wanted to point out Mini Ninja, who said something in the LinkShell chat before we get to our Q&A. Mini Ninja, right as Sambo said, speaking of amazing views, I changed my camera angle and spot a chocobo butt. Thank you, Mini.
I couldn't help it. It was right in my camera.
I wonder whose chocobo's butt she's focusing on. There she is. Look, we can see that she is nestled in the very, very comforting arms of Blind Rage. I'm sure you're going to be quite safe.
He protects me from goats.
Yeah, that's right. Ah, dear.
And bugs.
And goats. You know what? We haven't seen any goats this episode yet. It's been great.
I killed them all.
Don't give them any ideas.
In fact, you know what? I haven't seen any mobs around at all, but maybe we'll get to that a bit later on. All right, look, on with our questions and answers. And once again, reminding you guys, these are questions that you guys have asked over the course of our Let's Play series, and thank you very much. This one is all to do with animation changes. So, speaking of you, Blind Rage, physics changes. Physics is a big part of this game in terms of the way the animations work. Are there going to be any changes in version 2.0 that we know about?
Well, you know that little step that you do after when you stop?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the one. In fact, I'm going to demonstrate it right now as you talk. There we go. Hang on. Am I doing it? Hang on. Let's run. There it is, the little step, yes.
That's going to be gone.
Oh, you're kidding. What? No! That was one of my favourite
Yeah, I'm kidding.
parts.
That's going to be gone.
Oh, no! I don't like that, because I really, really like this thing. I wonder why that is. I'm guessing it's all to do with the fact that maybe the game needs to be able to run on lower-end machines or something. Not sure. Okay, well, what about in 2.0, things like, you know, squatting motions? Will all actions still be that squatting motion? Jinx, do you know?
I do know, and no, they will not. The team at Square Enix is going to be implementing more and flashier animations that better fit the action they're performing. So, like, for example, say a bard or whatever is casting Featherfoot, they're coming up with an animation that might use their feet more.
So that's good news, I think, because a lot of people are complaining about that. You know, another interesting one is the enemy AoE range display, because a lot of people get confused by that, including myself. Katella, are there any changes planned for that?
There is. In A Realm Reborn, they'll be implementing a system for raid dungeon bosses and other baddies, where the AoE range
like Mini.
Display. Well,
or not as bad as that.
Not quite.
You're trying to get me in trouble, Sam.
I am, just a little bit. I'm sorry, yes.
They'll be able to see where the AoE range display is, and so you'll see when they're charging, and it'll kind of give you the hint that you need to move.
Aha! Okay, do you think I'll be able to take that hint?
I hope so.
I hope it's good enough. I hope it's completely obvious. Now, speaking of visuals, the magic in the game is something very special. And of course, all throughout our Q&A so far, you guys have been privy to just how flamboyant and over the top it is. It's pretty amazing if you ask me. Lady, are there any animation changes lined up for version 2.0?
There are. So in A Realm Reborn, Conjuring Magic, Thaumaturge Magic, White Mage, and Black Mage songs and other categories will all have different casting animations. Also, depending on the type of element, the effect colors will be different as well, making it easier to distinguish what type of magic is being cast.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to let out a great big cheer for that one because I'm really hanging out for that, because that's just going to make, look, all that visual feedback really makes a difference when you're in the middle of a raid or doing something important. So, yay, congratulations to Square Enix for recognizing that one finally. Really appreciate that. Okay, so speaking of battling, we've got a number of changes, no doubt, that are lined up for version 2.0. So, Lucif, do we know anything about things like the level cap? Because currently we're locked at level 50. Any changes coming up for that?
So, at the release, there's not going to be an increase in the level cap, and they have not decided when the exact time of the next level cap raise will be. But don't be fooled. With the release of the new jobs, there's definitely going to be plenty to do.
Oh yeah, I can well imagine that. Now, what about totally awesome points? Speaking of battle items, Merrick, you'd know all about totally awesome points because you're awesome like me. So we're talking about TP, of course, which, okay, it's not really standing for totally awesome points. Merrick, remind us, what
Toilet paper!
It's not toilet paper either, Minnie. Good lord, get your mind out of the gutter. Merrick, what does TP really stand for? And are there any changes coming in version 2?
TP actually stands for tactical points, not totally awesome. But totally awesome points does sound kind of cool.
That's boring, man.
Yeah. But in 2.0, the TP points will not be restored through auto attacks like it currently is, but will restore over time. So regardless of your level, the maximum TP value will be set at 1,000 instead of currently, which is at, I believe it's 3,000.
That's a pretty significant change to those stats. What about things like the stats? Like, how will that affect stats on equipment and materia?
Yeah, alongside the TP changes, they will be adjusting the stats on equipment and materia.
Okay, what about casting? Mini Ninja, who, by the way, decided that TP stands for toilet paper. Is that right, Mini? Is that what you think TP stands for? Thank you very much.
After 2.0, that's what it's going to stand for.
2.0 TP is toilet paper. There we go. What about the casting changes? Is there anything that we know of that's going to be different in 2.0?
Well, in A Realm Reborn, the character will go into active mode and draw their weapon as soon as the casting animation begins, which is very nice.
Yeah, that's a lot different to what it is now. Okay, so speaking of casting changes and animations, let's go and wander down the end here and let's get a good view. There we go, lining ourselves up because I'm loving this episode just for the views alone. Look at it, it is absolutely amazing. Like that dragon. Somebody was saying, oh, I hope the dragon comes alive for the final event. Was that you, toilet paper girl? You know what, I kind of hope it doesn't, because that's one scary ass dragon if you ask me. Alright, let's see, who else we got in here?
Sambo's a scary
But it's
cat.
cute.
I am a big man. It is not cute, it is scary. West, what can you tell us, speaking of combinations and animations and battle? I'm thinking limit breaks. Come on, Final Fantasy means limit breaks. Is there anything we know about it here in Realm Reborn version 2.0?
Well, right now, the characters do self combos, where in Realm Reborn, it will be combos between multiple players. And I think the more players in the combo, the greater the battle regiment will be. Yeah, they'll also, like, at the end of the battle regiment, there will be special abilities that will only happen in a battle regiment, like Black Mage using meteors.
Right, you know what? I've seen a video where basically a party is able to summon a meteor onto some foe, and that looked absolutely amazing. Because to me, Final Fantasy means, you know, limit breaks and summons and things like that. That's just me, old school Final Fantasy person. So I hope that does come through. All right, well, what about, there's another question here, and this one is a really good one, and a lot of other MMOs have changed the way this works. Curious to see how it's going to be in A Realm Reborn, and perhaps let's go back to Lucif for this one. Arrows and ammunition, Lucif. see so many games used to make you have to carry them around, and I think that's the way it is in Final Fantasy XIV now. What's that going to be like in the future here?
So you are correct. Arrows and ammunition are currently something you have to carry around, and it's very embarrassing to say the least when you're in the middle of the fight and none of your abilities work anymore.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Because you've run out. So what's happening in the future?
In 2.0, there'll be unlimited amounts of arrows. They come from equipping bows. Arrows will no longer take up inventory space, and you don't have to purchase them anymore.
That is awesome. That is great. What do you think about that, Katella? Because I see you wielding a bow quite a lot. Is that good news for you, or do you prefer the sort of realism of having to worry about it?
No, I'm actually really excited about that, not having to buy arrows. That's good.
Right. Bottomless quiver.
Bottomless quiver indeed. Welcome back, folks. Here we are at yet another location, all squashed up on this rock here. Do you know what? As we look around, I can see that there's a whole bunch of other observers sitting around the place as well. So firstly, Katella, where are we exactly, please?
We are just east of Brittlebark.
Okay, so that's the aetheryte crystal I can see off to the left over there. So what's so special about Brittlebark? Why are there heaps of people here? I mean, I know we're here, a distant world, but why are there lots of other observers, it seems? They're all sitting around the background there. What's going on?
This is the place that we're going to meet for the final event.
Oh, hang on. So the final event of the game is actually centered around this particular camp. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that's where we've been told to come.
Okay, was there any special reason, Katella, why this place was chosen? Because what continent, like where are we exactly? Like if you zoom right out, what area are we in? I know we're in Brittlebark, but are we in Gridania? Where are we?
Mordona.
Mordona. Okay, so why was this chosen? Do you know?
Well, I'm not exactly sure why this place necessarily was chosen. Oh, west.
Yeah, the Chateau Flats or whatever, it's a little bit to the south of here. We can't actually go to it. That is where the 7th Legion is going to be attacking Rosia.
Whoa.
And the main battle is going to be happening there. We as the adventurers are here to stop the reinforcements from joining up with the 7th Legion.
Aha, okay, so there's a strategic reason for us being here. Well, you know what, it's very exciting because we're getting closer and closer to the beginning of the end, and I mean that quite literally. Of course, the event that is going to mark the end of the game here will begin in about an hour as far as our time is concerned, and it goes for, what, a couple of hours, Minnie, is it, the event itself?
Yep, I believe it's, 3 hours, I think?
2 hours.
2 hours? 2 or 3 hours. We, folks, will definitely be here and we'll try and capture the highlights of it on film for you as well, and that'll form the last part of our episode here, just so you know. But let's get on with our Q&A, because that's why we're here really today. This section is all about content additions, and I've been really looking forward to this one because I love my content, as you guys know. So this is a very broad topic, and the first question that's come up a lot is, what are free companies? And I'd like to ask Blind Rage that. Blind, what is a free company? Does that mean we don't have to pay for it?
Yeah, sure.
That's I don't think that's it.
You should have heard him laughing.
No, a free company is 4 players can get together to create a free company by visiting a grand company. They don't have to be from the same GC. You can only be a member of one free company at a time, but you can be invited to participate in guests without joining.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. So that's different to a grand company. I like that idea. Right, there you go. There's definitely free companies, and they are going to exist, and that's exactly what they are. All right, so what about grand companies? Can we expect any changes, Jinx, in version 2.0 based on the fact that we've now got free companies as well?
There will be a little bit of a change because you will actually have the option to change grand companies. But note that if you do change, you gotta wait a certain period. So if, like, say you go to the Immortal Flames and you want to go back to the Maelstrom, you have to wait before you can do that. As well, if you change a grand company, get gear for them, you cannot wear gear from your previous grand company.
Okay, all right, because that'd be a bit insulting, wouldn't it, if you asked me? What about What about the currency, though?
Currency, GC seals will be carried over into 2.0.
Okay, they will. All right, that's good news for all those people who've worked hard, like me. I've got okay, no, I haven't. I'm lying. Anyway, another question that comes up a lot, and especially with a lot of other games doing this right at the moment, is housing. Housing. And we've sort of touched on this topic quite a few times over the course of our fantastic series. We've had so much fun, and some of us have said, you know what, we'd have even more fun if we had a house to go back to. Quite
Minnie
frankly,
wants to answer that one.
Well, Minnie, you can answer this one, but I just would like to say that the last thing I would ever want is to be trapped in a house with you and Butcher. I think that would be an absolute nightmare.
Oh, I see how you are.
Yeah, I see how it is. She says, Minnie, go on.
We'd have pajama parties every night.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm busy. Whatever night it is, I'm busy. Tell us about, I mean, look, I'm sure there's a lot of information about the housing system. You got a couple of highlights there that maybe you could share with us?
Yes, actually the housing system is one of the things that I'm actually mostly excited for. They've got different themes for your house. You can choose from, you can have a house in like the wilderness, like the Grenania, a sea-themed area, like around Limsa, and then the forest area like in Gridania. You'll be able to create your unique house. You can select little parts and you can actually make your own furniture and stuff like that, and design your house. Let's see, it'll be your housing will have updates dedicated specifically to housing. I'm sure players will really enjoy the housing system. Yeah. There are plans to implement huge spaces of land that are going to cost a fortune in Gil. And houses can be used as headquarters for LinkShells and free companies, and they can eventually be expanded to allow individual rooms, which is pretty cool.
That
and
is
this,
cool.
Yeah, this prevents disputes over land, and housing areas will be instanced.
So this is a major part of the game. It's obviously going to have some pride factored in there as well. I'm really looking forward to it because I think, having your own space in the game is something that I miss here, to be perfectly honest. And I think it's the sort of game that would actually suit very well. And we know that Rift is bringing in some very cool housing features very, very shortly with their expansion as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. But thank you, Minnie. No doubt you're going to try and buy as big a land mass as possible, right? And what would you name? What would you name a land mass yourself? Like, if you had to give it a name, maybe we'll come back to you. Ever think about that? Come back to you at the end of this section and see if you know what you would call. Like, would it be Sambo Land? Because I think that's what you would choose. No, maybe not. All right, maybe it's Butcher's
Sambo's
Block.
Paradise.
Sambo's Paradise. There we go. You get 10 internet points. There we go. That is the first piece of land is going to be called Sambo's Paradise.
Wait a minute. That wasn't set in stone, was it?
Maybe we'll call it this land. There you go. 10 internet points for anyone who can guess where that's from. Okay, now what about something like? I mean, we're talking about really neato things here now. So another neato thing that I reckon would be really cool to have in the game would be chocobo raising. And a lot of people have asked about this one. We know we've got chocobos because I ride around Samuel day in and day out currently, but I mean, what about raising them? People have asked us this till we're blue in the face. Lady Korea, I reckon you'd be the sort of person that would love to have access to chocobo raising. Do you know anything?
So players will actually be able to build a chocobo farm in their yard and raise their own chocobos.
No way! No way!
Yeah.
That is awesome!
It's very awesome. So chocobos will also be able to fight by your side in 2.0.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I can actually raise a chocobo, call it Mini Ninja, and order it around in battle.
Yeah, it can be also your little ninja fighter if they have
Can't
ninja
guarantee
classes.
to listen though.
Yes, sold. Sold.
The real one doesn't.
That's right. She never takes orders. Wow, this is great. So you'd be looking forward to this, lady, yeah?
Yes, I'm very looking forward to it, especially since chocobos will have jobs and gear of their own. So they will be able to wear 3 pieces of gear that can be equipped. I am on to building.
Yeah, that is fantastic. All right, so what about leveling and quests? Who knows anything about that? Because I'm pretty sure that Yoshi P has mentioned some of this stuff, some of the talks that he's held. Who knows about questing and leveling? Lucif, do you have any information that we might be able to find interesting?
Yeah, so during the one of the last live letters, Yoshi talked about there being a extensive amount of quests in A Realm Reborn.
Right.
And one particular thing of interest was that he made a comment about content patches in the future for Realm Reborn, and he was looking at adding numbers of quests in the hundreds rather than in the tens.
Whoa.
So quests will be plentiful.
And speaking of leveling and questing and stuff, is there any way? A lot of people are sitting on the fence in terms of whether they're pro or con about power leveling and stuff like that. Are there any changes in the way you level in the game?
Yeah, so the concept, the older concept from the old generation of MMOs of grinding on monsters is basically gonna go away.
Okay.
And this new wave of questing and dungeon leveling will kind of sit and take its place as the newer wave of MMOs have kind of developed that and refined that method.
You know what? To be honest, even though I'm kind of old school, I applaud that. I'm kind of sick of grinding, to be honest. Well, hang on. What about leaves?
So leaves will still be an option in the game, and additionally, there will be the Crystal Tower and other labyrinth-like content that when you're at the cap, you've already reached the cap, you've leveled up, that's going to be something you can go through, and it's going to be long and intense and involved and a challenge.
Alright, so that's like end-game content, if you like. Alright, that's good to know. Thank you very much for that. Now, Merrick, what about crafting? Because I know you like your crafting. I'm nowhere near being an expert in crafting here in Final Fantasy XIV, as we all know. I mean, I think I can sew a handkerchief, and that's about it. Do we know if there's an ability to sign crafted items in the new game?
Yeah, currently in A Realm Reborn, names will automatically be placed on equipment after it has been crafted. Details such as whether or not the name will disappear when sold from a retainer is yet to be decided, though.
Okay, so that's really personalising stuff. So in other words, Catella, do you reckon that we're going to have a server full of items that have a little Pico Man sign stitched on the bottom of them?
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, every single item is made by Pico or Merrick or Lucy, you guys who are crafting nuts. That's going to be very interesting. I think that's a good idea, by the way, personalising that. Now, speaking of things that are personalised, dyeing our gear. I love dye. My gear has always looked pretty much the same, with the exception of all of the gifts that I've got from people like Catella and Pico and all of you guys as well who've sent me stuff. Thank you. But you know what? I haven't looked too flamboyant over the course of our series. So, West, do we know anything about gear in the future in terms of it being dyed?
To be honest, I really haven't heard much about it, but I'm sure they'll make it so you can change colors once. Like right now, when you dye something, it's stuck, and I think you can change it. You'll be able to change it.
All right, so that's interesting, Wes. So what you're saying is basically we'll be able to dye gear multiple times, yeah?
Yeah, you have it red for a while, and then you decide you want green, you'll be able to make it green.
All right, that's good. About time that's happening. Now, Catella, it's interesting because the names of gear on the auction house, contain the dye color. I understand that it's going to change moving forward.
Yeah, it's my understanding that the gear colors will no longer be included in the item names, and the gear with different colors will just display the same name.
All right, thank you very much for that. Now, another bunch of questions that keep coming up. Look, a lot of folk are worried about gear, about the availability of items. I'm going to ask Lucif because, you know what, I'd be concerned about this as well. If I'd spent a lot of time grinding out to get some gear and then it all disappeared. Do we know anything about the future in terms of what's available?
Yeah, so for the Darklight sets that are out of the current end-game dungeons, for example, and the primal weapons and the faction elite rewards, those are all confirmed to be attainable in 2.0. The methodology required to get them, because they've talked about how they're going to change how some of the dungeons work, that may change a little bit. Right. One thing to keep in mind is on the lodestone, and I'm sure that we can find a direct link after a while, but on the lodestone there is a extensive list, very many entries long, that says exactly what will not be in 2.0.
Oh.
So if you're concerned about something specific, you can comb that list.
Alright, so maybe we can pop that link in the description later on. That's good, thank you very much. I also understand, before we wrap up this section, that a particular type of fishing, because we got asked this one, has been removed from the game. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, it's actually been one of the funnier things to see people do as time goes on. So as time wraps up, fishing is one of the more monotonous things to level in this game, to say the least.
I like my fishing, just gotta say. Anyway, yes.
And the secondary for that, spearfishing, well, that's going to be gone in 2.0. So people have been rushing around spearing all the fish so that they can get the achievements for it before it's gone.
Okay, alright, well, I kind of understand that. Goodbye, spear fishing, it is indeed. Hey, Minnie, I've just realised as we come to a close of this Q&A section here, you're the only person in my party. How did I end up getting partied with you and you alone? Have I been doomed?
She loves you, Sambo.
You secretly have affection for my little tush.
Yeah, Oh man, it actually looks like I'm looking at your little tush from here. There we go, folks. And
She paid us all to be without you.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine ever actually being in an episode without Mini Ninja, because who would I hang things on? Who would I hang things on? Exactly right. All right, well, look, that's it, folks. That is, I think, the bulk of all of the questions that were asked throughout our series. And once again, Katella, thank you so much for putting that all together. Did you have to go far back in the series to start pulling all of these?
No, it wasn't too bad.
All right, well, it must have taken absolutely hours to put all of those together. So as always, thank you so very much. And of course, thanks to everyone who has joined us here in voice chat to help answer these questions. It's like a walking Wikipedia here. We've got Blind Rage, we've got Jinx McNinja, we've got Katella, of course, we've got Lady Kriya, we've got Lucif, we've got Merrick, we've got Minnie, and we've got Westet as well. I have no idea about all of those answers, and so without you guys, we wouldn't have known it all. So thank you very much for your time. So I think, Katella, it's time for us to start getting prepared for the end of the world as we know it. Am I being overly dramatic, or is that the truth?
No, that's the truth.
Can't believe it. This time has actually come. So look, I'm looking at my clock here, and by my time I make it that in about 50 minutes, the end of the world is about to begin. Am I right?
That is correct.
Oh boy. All right, so I think it's time for us to have a bit of a break, folks, and don't worry, we will be back right here, and we will start observing exactly what goes on as we see the world falling apart here in Final Fantasy XIV. Do not go away. We've been waiting for this, even though we don't want it. We've definitely been waiting for it, and you're going to get to see it right here and right now. So we shall be right back very soon. Welcome back. We're getting very, very, very close to the end of the world. You can see we're grouped here. Katella, by my reckoning, we've got about, 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes until something is going to happen. Do we have any clue what to expect? I mean, we're all patiently waiting here at Brittlebark. Do we know anything about what's about to transpire?
All that we really know is that I believe it's our job to kind of keep some of the Garleans away from their group. So we're trying to keep the reinforcements away.
Okay, and just to recap for those of us who are stupid, i.e. me, this is going to be a 2-hour event. We're perched up here on this rock to catch the very beginning of it, but the actual server won't go down for 2 hours from the beginning. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, so just in case you guys are wondering, watching along from home, we joined here. We're back with everybody in the voice chat. You can see there on my overlay, we've got heaps and heaps of folk. In fact, let's say hello, Distant World LinkShell. Look at that, lighting up like a Christmas tree there. So everybody is staying up to join us here in this most momentous of occasions. Can I get an idea of what time it is around the world? Heater, I know you're not from the US. You're over in the crazy Dutch
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it for you?
It's almost 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Very early. Mono, hello Mono. I can see you in chat there. How are you?
Okay.
You're okay. What time is it for you?
It is 10 minutes to 11
At
PM.
night? Yeah, at night. Oh gosh, okay. So that means you're going to be... Are you going to stay with us for the entire event? Because that means it'll be 1 a.m. for you.
Oh, I stay up until like 4 anyway.
Oh, I see. So it's no biggie for you. What about you, Say? Oh, and there we go.
Yeah.
We've got all sorts of things going on. In fact, I'm glad we got this on film because you can see up the top here, Katella, it says R0 up the top.
Yeah, everybody.
Does that mean that the server is completely stressed out at the moment? I'd imagine that there's every man and their dog trying to log in. So I've got a big error has occurred and it's got accept there. Does that mean everyone's getting kicked off for now?
I believe so. I just got kicked and so did Blind.
I just got kicked.
We all did. Me too.
Well, there you go, folks. You can see that there are server issues at the moment. Yep, and that is to be expected because I'd imagine that there are so many thousands of players trying to log in here to Final Fantasy XIV. So we will keep you posted, folks. We'll be back very soon, hopefully, when the servers come back online. And welcome back, folks. Here we are. We've made ourselves all the way over to Ul'dah. Hello, Scarlet. And good Lord, it is chaos here on the Final Fantasy XIV servers. Look at that. You know what? It's an absolute miracle that we've made it here at all. It is, well, by my reckoning, we've got about 22 minutes left in the game. You know what? We've been experiencing all sorts of technical problems trying to log in. We get kicked off. The servers are getting absolutely slammed. And if you have a look, I'm panning around here. We've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people, it would seem, all around us here trying to cram into the one server. It's been absolutely nuts. But a few of us have made it in here. Unfortunately, Mini Ninja was one of them. Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you there. And next to you is Sayo Mayo. G'day, mate.
Hey there.
And Scarlet Rosebud. Gosh, you had some technical issues as well, didn't you?
Yes.
Trying to get in. You finally got in. I can see Pico is there. Hey, mate, how are you holding up?
Still hanging in there.
Still hanging in there. We've had such a long day today. I think we've been filming for almost 6 hours so far. Absolutely incredible, but it's been so much fun. Behind the scenes here, we've been hanging out in the Mumble voice server, and we've been having all sorts of fun. And of course, that is thanks to the Distant World LinkShell, who are still with us, I believe. Are you there, guys?
Kill me now.
Sounds like they're there. Oh, a little bit jaded, perhaps. It's been a very long day, and my thanks to everyone for sticking around. Lady, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Cool. Now, what about you? Are you logged into the game at the moment?
No, I'm actually still trying to log in. I was logged in earlier, but then I had to DC or disconnect from my internet, and now it's taking me a while.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of folk are in the same boat. It took me about an hour to get back in here. And speaking of folks who I don't think are in, Blind Rage, have you made it in yet?
Yeah, I'm in, but I can't go anywhere.
Okay, so you're kind of stuck. That's pretty normal too at this point in time. And Katella, how about you? Have you made it in yet?
No, black screen.
Black screen. Oh, well, do you know what? It is kind of the end of the world event, so that's kind of fitting, don't you think? Is that you, Minnie? You falling asleep already?
I'm getting there.
I'm getting there. Well, look, what we thought we'd do, folks, is just in case we get stuck here and we can't log back in, thought we'd do a bit of a recap as to what's been going on. So I thought I'd ask a couple of folks, like perhaps Pico and Katella. Pico, starting with you, what has been happening here in Final Fantasy XIV for the last hour or so? Because so far, I don't see anything going on right now. Have we missed out on a few things, have we?
I don't think it's been working as intended. But, I think we're all just waiting for this death to come.
Not to put too gloomy a point on it, I think you're absolutely right. What about you, Katella? I mean, as far as you're aware, what did they actually have planned? I mean, presumably there were mobs coming in, Garleans going to attack us and stuff. I mean, are we going to miss out on that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think some of the people are still in Mordona trying to do some of that when they can stay logged in.
Right, and I think that's a big part of it. I mean, we've ended up here in Ul'dah, and let's face it, that's not where the action is, though, is it, Katella?
No, it's supposed to be in Mordona.
Okay, but if we'd logged in there, then we had a high chance of actually getting booted off, unfortunately. So we've come here. So it's not quite as exciting, although I'm not sure. Sayo, is there anything that does go on in the cities that we've heard about so far?
Well, just standing here, I've seen a siege Gubio pop up that we've killed, and the actual Dalamud impact site is supposed to be here lore-wise, so we'll see what happens. We might get flattened.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. Actually, now, Mini Ninja, I'm pointing my camera up at the sky, and I don't see
No,
any...
you can't use me to block Dalamud.
Yeah, I was just going to say, can I just sort of poke you in the way there? But look, I can't see Dalamud at all. Is that normal? Should I not see it from in here?
Yeah, the wall is obscuring it. We can maybe go outside and we should have a clear shot at it. I don't think it's too busy out there.
Do you think so? So we're not going to get disconnected?
Thanalan's pretty clear.
At your own risk.
At our own risk. Well, look, what we might do, we might actually do that very shortly. But what I thought we'd do, folks, seeing as we've got this opportunity to actually be in-game, because it's a bit rare at the moment, is, of course, start winding up our episode because, the game is winding up. Again, this is the end of Final Fantasy XIV Version 1. What you're seeing is an impending doom as Dalamud comes down from the sky. It's going to, as Pico said, squash us to pieces, probably. So it's not going to be a very pleasant end, I'd imagine. But you know what? We asked a question earlier on in the show, and it was about the music that we're hearing here. And if you listen very carefully, you can hear a ghostly voice in the background. Tigerhawk, can you hear that singing?
No, I think I have my volume turned down.
Oh, that's probably a wise move given the crashes. I've got mine actually turned up. Does anybody know what it is? We've got this voice here, and I think I asked earlier that we give away 10 internet points if anyone guessed what it was. I'm going to throw this out to absolutely everyone. Maybe everyone can answer it.
I think I know.
Oh, do you know? Hello, Heaton.
I think I know too. I actually love this song.
It's because I've asked for it, and I want it's a gloomy version of Answers.
That is
which is the main theme from Final Fantasy, and on YouTube it's better known as Da Malamute answers.
That's right. And in fact, okay, that's good. You get 10 internet points. Can anyone tell me who is the singer? Anyone know the singer's name?
Susan Calloway.
Ah, well done, Sayo. All right, you got it. Another 10 internet points.
She's great.
Yep, absolutely. So there you go. That is what that is playing in the background. That's very ghostly and very, very haunting. All right, so we're looking down the chat list here, and you can see we've got a whole bunch of folk in the overlay in Mumble, and they're all, of course, from our Distant World LinkShell. There's someone here that we haven't heard from in a while. I'm going to go down to the middle. There we go. Mono, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're still there. You're still awake. Well done. You know, this is the sort of time for a bit of reflection and looking back. I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago that we were standing just behind us here, forming this LinkShell, and of course we've grown our Distant World community on our website and in-game to great heights, and I'm very, very proud of that. I assume that you've enjoyed being in the LinkShell. If there was one memory or one thing that you could say is something that sticks in your mind about Distant World, I'm going to really put you on the spot here, what would that be?
Oh, wow.
There you go, right on the spot. Is it...
Talk about on the spot.
Yeah, I'll give you some clues. Hang on. I'll give you a multi-choice answer. Number 1, is it Mini Ninja? Number 2, is it the great sense of family and friendship that you get here in Distant World? Or number 3, is it the cupcakes? There you go. 1, 2, or 3?
I'll say none of the above. I guess it's just the whole, it's the whole fellowship of the LS. It was the warm welcome that I received, all the help that I've gotten, and my very first Let's Play where I was shaking like a little chicken.
Like a little chicken. There you go.
Oh my god, I was so nervous.
No need to be nervous, it's only us. There you go, and you know what, I think you're echoing my sentiments exactly. In fact, let's go and have a chat to someone else. Who have we got down there? I can see is Vile. Vile, are you in chat?
Hey Sambo.
Hey there, how's it going? Now, how long have you been with...
got on!
How long have... Oh, how did you get on? Was that you blind?
Yeah, I'm standing in Ul'dah right now.
Yeah, I just got on too.
Oh, and Katella, excellent stuff. But Vile, have you got any favourite memories from your time in Distant World?
All my memories are favourites in the Distant World family.
Oh, there you go, folks. You heard it right from the horse's mouth. You know what? I agree with you totally. I mean, I've got some pretty funny memories. I've been dragged into all sorts of crazy adventures with these folk. But speaking of which, it's the folk. It's not the game. Yes, the game, of course, has become the centre point and the pillar that brings us all together. But you know what? I can't imagine playing this game without everyone here and those who couldn't make it today, because I've had a very, very special run in this particular LinkShell because you guys are amazing. I just want to stop for a moment and say that if it wasn't for all of you guys, not only wouldn't our Let's Play series be what it is, but playing Final Fantasy, when I think of that, I actually think of all of the personalities that are here. It's not so much the game. Yes, I love the armor. Yes, I love gawking at the views. I love the animations. I love the hairstyles. I love everything about it. But top of that list is people. And I don't know about you, Katella, but I think it's the same in any MMO. I mean, if I was to ask you, why do you play MMOs, what would your answer be?
Oh, it's definitely people.
Right, and it's those communities that we form. Now, Blind Rage, good to have you back in the game. Welcome. I hope you get to stay in here. What about you? I mean, did you play many MMOs before you played Final Fantasy XIV?
Yeah, I played 11 a couple of times.
Oh, okay, so Final Fantasy XI, that's one I couldn't quite get into. It was too hard for me. What about you, Sayo? Have you played anything other than Final Fantasy XIV?
Let's see, I dabbled a bit in WoW, and of course, you know, I'm probably the biggest 11 fanboy that you'll ever meet. I still play it. It's got a new expansion coming, and I'm still as hyped for that as I am for 2.0 of this, so...
Oh, there you go. Good stuff. And in fact, you know what? I think we might see a bunch of people flock over to Final Fantasy XI while we wait for version 2.0, maybe.
Can I do like a quick shameless plug? A few of the members and I of DW have gone over to Carbuncle server on 11 and just started hanging out there recently because of, like, you know, after the final save here. And if you want to get in on that, just hit me up, Sayo Mayo, one word, on the Carbuncle server, and or my alt, Jim Bean. That's
Jim Bean.
and at the end of Bean because the M was already taken, but...
There you go. Well, it's a very creative name. Do you know what? I just saw Maple Butterworth run by, and I saw you run by as well, Blind Rage. You probably didn't see us because, of course, very hard for everyone to zone in. No, you ran through us. I think we're just in front of where we were when we were doing the Gubu Wall, but it's understandable if you can't see us. Now, I can see Scarlet Rosebud. What about you? If you had to say, like, what's the one thing you have really enjoyed about being in Distant World? It's not Mini Ninja, is it? Tell me it's not Mini Ninja.
Mini who?
Exactly. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking.
Oh, man, that was
Mini.
Mean.
Like a boss.
I'm sorry.
We're just look. We've made him cry, dear. So what is it for you, Scarlett? Though, is it the people or is it the fancy graphics? What is it?
I'm gonna miss Mender's Monday.
Oh, Mender's Monday. Tell us about that. What is Mender's Monday and who organised that?
Well, I think Catella did. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just a chance to get together, hang out, do a little crafting or any mending. Yeah.
I think Catella, you organised quite a few of those events for us on our website. So as always, thank you very much for that. You're going to do it again in A Realm Reborn. I hope so.
Oh, definitely.
Good to hear it.
You can't stop her from doing that.
Says Blind Rage. There we are. Now, who else have we got here in chat? And by the way, let's do a quick time check, folks. By my reckoning, we've got about 9 minutes until the end of the world. I don't know. Let's have a bit of a vote on voice chat, perhaps. Do you think we should risk trying to head out the front and get everyone who's online to meet out the front, or are we better off staying here? What do we think, guys?
Risk
Out in
it!
the front.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Nothing ventured, nothing
Exactly.
gained. All right, well, there you go.
All right, go big or go home.
We'll keep filming here. Let's see what happens. If you want to spread the word, perhaps in LinkShell chat, to let everyone know that we're going to just literally run out the front gates here. So you're coming with me, Minnie? You're about the only person I can see who's rendering. Oh, and there's Pico. There we go, and there's Rita as well. Now,
A lot of people showing him.
I can see Catella. I can actually see you.
I was able to log in.
And there's Matt, the Predator in his room.
There you go. I'm going to send you an invite, Catella. There you go. Hopefully that means we can actually see you all the time. Did you get that?
Man, this guy's flying.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. Okay, that's much
Send
better.
me one.
I think we're full.
We're at a
now.
full party now.
Yeah. Sorry, Blind. Sorry. All right, we're going to run straight out the
Yeah,
front.
thanks, Sambo.
Yeah, sorry. And we're just going to stand
That's
on
what you
this
always
rock.
say.
There we go. Rock on the front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna actually have to make a turn right so we can actually get the moon in the shot.
Oh, are we? Now, turn right. So where is the moon? Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. So heading over to the right. So we're going to go around the right edge of the city here. And you folks can see, watching along from home, we've got the Garlean airships up the top there. And you can see the glow of Dalamud. I hope everyone can follow me. Yeah, there they go. All right, so hopefully we're going to be able to see it as we come around the corner here. And here it is. And it looks like our connection is remaining stable as well. So we've got a nice green connection. So this could be good news. It could actually be good news.
Just say
There's a whole bunch of
You
goo-goos.
leave the city and then go to the right?
Yep, that's right. So here we are. Look at this, folks. We're
There's
perched
a bunch
up
of
on this
goo-goos
rock.
out here, Sambo.
Yep, and I can see there's a whole bunch of other players who are... And this is what it's like in Final Fantasy XIV, folks. You can see there's a whole bunch of players who are all perched here with a big view of Dalamud. There's
Hey,
lots of celebration
Sambo,
going on.
you should definitely come over to me and check out this Alfred Tien.
All right, let's see. You know what? You're not even rendering for me. I have no clue where you are.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Pico,
I see Chuck
do you see him?
Norris.
I can't even see you.
He's right next to Pico.
No, I can't see Pico at all. I can't see any of you guys. Isn't that terrible? I can see Sayo. Hello, Sayo. See you on your Google.
I can't
see
see anybody. Can somebody give me a hand where to go?
I don't know. I see you, Sayo. That's all I see.
Where's your coordinates?
I see Seraph up here.
And
following you,
You're in the
Sayo.
party
There you go,
on the
Sayo.
minimap.
Yep, right next to you. There we are.
I see Catella.
And this is what it's like, folks. If you're wondering how come people are zoning in and out,
Right
it's
here.
because the game can only handle rendering so many people, and that number is relatively low compared to how many folk are basically out in the world right now trying to get an eye on this. Can you see me now, Sayo? You're right next to me. I can see you.
Yeah, I can see now.
There we go.
Alright, well, I'll take some screenshots.
I
for
see
you, Sambo.
Jinx.
Yep, and I can see Jenna. Hi, Jenna. How's it going, mate?
It's going good. It's going good.
I noticed that you've got your very special outfit on for us there. Thanks very much for dressing. Actually, what are your shoes that you're wearing? They look very cool.
They are spruce patterns and they're made by a carpenter.
All right, so Catella and Minnie, where are you guys? We're up on a rock. We're basically up on a rock with a tree, and it's sort of, it's hard to describe. How can we say where we are?
Beautiful scenery.
This is pretty
I can
much
see.
right outside the gate of Nald. The gate of Nald in Ul'dah. We're a little bit.
All right,
If that's about like 1 o'clock, we're probably about 2 o'clock.
And there's Jinx. Hi, Jinx. Hi, Jinx.
Hey.
Hey, you made it. You found us. There you go. So, yeah.
Do you see me?
By blind rate?
No, I can't see blind. I can see Pico. There's Pico. Hello, sir. We're all
I'm right
slowly
next to
making,
Jinx.
so we're slowly making our way up here. So, of course, Catella, I'm staring right at Dalamud, and I hope you get to make it over here so that we can see you as well. but do you have any clue what's going to happen? I mean, it's up there in the sky. The whole storyline is about this thing actually crashing into Eorzea. Is that still the case?
I believe so. I wish I knew more.
Okay, so look, I'm looking at the clock, folks. Getting nervous now. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes
You guys
left.
are way down there.
Have you spotted us? I can see.
Yeah, on the map. I use the map.
Okay, good stuff. I can actually see Obese over there. Here we go. Hopefully more folk will come over here and join us. You can see we've got all sorts of spectators. There's another LinkShell over there, and we've got spectators behind us, in front of us. There's Minnie. Hello, Minnie. You can see her running across the wilderness towards us here. All right, so this is going to be extra exciting. I can see a system message here that's come up. It says, "Confound it, we've lost contact." Did anyone else get that? We've lost contact with the main
we did.
host. Okay, what does that mean? Merrick, I know that you've been experiencing some technical issues, and by the way, are you in the game at the moment?
I'm actually in the game, but I'm on a different character because I couldn't log back into my other character.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you're here, that's the main thing. What is that message talking about? Because, I don't know, if the connection to the host has been lost, I don't get it. Surely, I mean, my ping is okay. I can see everybody here. What does that mean?
We're all gonna die?
Probably we're all going to die. As a matter of fact, I just now arrived in Ul'dah, so I'm going to try and run out to where you guys are.
Okay, if you head out the front gate, literally turn hard right and run along the wall about halfway, and we're on a little knob hill here where there's some trees. You surely can't miss us. Alright, so let's get a bit of a temperature check here with the LinkShell, and you can see a lot of them are here behind me, but we've got even more in the voice chat. Guys and gals, we've got 3 minutes to go in any particular order. How's everybody feeling? Is everyone okay?
Yep.
I'm good.
Pretty good.
I'm
terrified, but good.
Sure.
It's coming
3
down.
minutes.
What was the question again?
It's 3.
It's
It is.
The Saltina.
There we go. Well, we've got just over 2 minutes, folks, and you can see that everyone's still in high spirits in the voice chat there. And again, we've got a full voice chat server. All these guys and
nobody
gals.
else see that?
No, what happened? What, Minnie?
It was almost like a meteor at the planet, like a tiny one.
I think I caught a
Where?
glimpse. I think I caught a glimpse.
Hang
Did
on,
the
I'm going
ground
to go
shake
to.
for you?
I saw the ground shake, but I thought that was just somebody using an ability or something.
No
maybe
ground
that
shook
was
for
what it
me.
was.
Where's everybody at?
I was like, that's cool.
Right here.
They're adding like little meteors.
Yeah, and there's no ground
watching.
shooking for me.
Merrick, what characters you on?
We're done for.
Tovok?
TOVAK.
TOVOK.
Now, I'm listening. I don't know if you guys watching along from home can hear this on the YouTube video, but let me know in voice chat, do you guys reckon that the rumble has got louder, or is that just me? Or is that because there's airships floating around? Can you hear that rumble?
I think it's kind of the same as I've been hearing, but that's just me.
It sounds louder to me. I'm not sure. Do you know what? Let's have a look at the time, folks. Getting very nervous. Okay, according to me, we've got less than 1 minute left. This is bonkers. Now, I'm just going to... Do you know what? I actually can't... I don't think I can move. Can I? Yes, I can. I'm just going to move out of the way. Don't worry. We're still with you guys, just so we can get a clear shot of Dalamud up here, because Lord only knows what is going to happen. You can see we've got a whole bunch of players over to the back of me there who are crying. Dear, oh dear, you know what? This is kind of a bit of an emotional moment, folks, because this has been... Or who can tell me, how long has Final Fantasy XIV been up for? It's over 2 years.
2 years, 2 years and 2 months.
2 years and 2 months, says Sayo.
Real quick, what I think we should do, I think
ground just shook.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
There it goes.
There it is.
Oh
and
dear.
There's another message. Confound it, we've lost contact with the main host. There's another system message that's going up there. You can see Hito, hello. Good to see you there joining us. And almost, we've got Lady Kriya. You made it. Hello.
I made it. Hello.
You made it. Thank goodness. I'm so pleased that you made it here. Dear, oh dear, we've got a bit of a countdown happening here. Look at this system message.
5.
Main host
God. 4.
There we go.
What
Here
is
we
happening,
go.
folks?
1. Link.
I reckon, I'm not sure what's going on, but by my reckoning, the end of the world should be happening about
R0.
now. Oh, R0.
R0.
Oh boy.
No! Does that mean... Oh, I can still move around, but I'm guessing that nobody else can. Oh dear,
I'm
dear.
still here.
Is that it,
Everyone
folks?
can move around, but no one sees each other move around.
So hang on a minute. Does that mean, folks, is this it? No, I've just
Nothing happened.
Alright, so it looks, folks, like that is it. The servers are offline. offline. We've got R0, which means we could all be logged out of here at any second. I think what's going to happen is that we're going to be shown a cinematic trailer, which will show us, is this right, Catella, which will show us what happens with Dalamud. That's not necessarily in the game, though. Is that what they said they would post once the timer hits 0?
That's right. That's what they said.
All right, so what we'll do, folks, is very soon we will cut to that trailer, and I think we can slowly see people are starting to disappear here. We'll cut to that trailer so you guys can actually literally see the end of the world. But before we do that, this here, what you're seeing right now, and I'm going to try and walk over here. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect me. This here is the last view that you are ever going to see from our Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV series in version 1.0. What I am looking at right now is it, because when, there we go, an error has occurred on the game server just in time too, and I'm not going to hit accept yet, because we can still see in the background there, we can see Blind Rage, we can see Azrael, there's Minnie, Nita, Scarlet, I can still see you, we've got Abisi, we've got Omos, we've got, who's that lady, we've got Pico, Vile, Blind Rage, they're all still there, but as soon as I hit accept, folks, we are going to be, well, it's game over. That is it. We are not going to be able to log back in as it is now. The next time you see us, it will probably be a version 2.0. But never fear, folks, what we will do is we'll cut now and have a look at the cinematic trailer, and that will show us the end of the world, and then we'll come back and we'll have a small montage of screenshots as we say our final goodbyes to some of our LinkShell members here. So don't go away, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Hita Fire Charmer. I would like to thank the LinkShell for all the achievements I've unlocked. I've gained so much from this LinkShell. I've never been. I've gotten so far in any MMO to reach the cap and everything. Thank you.
I am Jinx McNinja, and I just want to thank you guys so much. I love you all. You guys are like a second family to me. I've only been playing consistently for about maybe 3-4 months, but the amount of stuff I was able to get done, the friends I made, just was incredible. Thank you.
Hi, this is OBC. I just wanted to thank everyone in the LinkShell for welcoming me back. I left the game 2 years ago because of all the mess, and I am just thrilled to be back, and I thank you all for all of your help and support.
What's up, y'all? This is Matches Firefly. I just wanted to, say thank you for all the, definitely the laughs, the cries, the blood, sweat, and tears, all the members have done, to help me out. I appreciate all the help, and I enjoy, like no other, helping everyone else in my family. Like everyone was saying, though, this is my second family, man. I come on to see you guys, I come on to talk to you guys, it's just, I made another group of family here, and I love you all, and I thank you. This is Matches Firefly again. Me being a fellow soldier of the United States Army, I would like to say happy birthday to all you Marines out there. I know we don't get along, but we still fight in the same side, and we both run straight into the fire line. So happy birthday, and
Raw, thank you. Semper Fidelis.
This is Mono-chan. I just want to thank everybody in the LinkShell for being there for support, all the help that I received. There's quite a lot of personality in this LinkShell, and so many unique characters. And I've made friends, I've made memories, and I guess that's what's going to be the thing that carries me through the months without all of you. So, thank you all.
This is Almost Revenger, and I want to thank all the people of the LinkShell for giving me a very nice time. And I had lots of fun running all kind of dungeons and doing all kind of fun stuff like the Let's Play filming. And I hope to see you very soon in Realm Reborn again. Thanks.
Hey, it's me, Sky Windbiner, and I just want to say thank you for letting me be a part of this strange and wonderful family. It's ironic that it's called Distant World because truth is we couldn't be closer if we were blood. And I'm just grateful to be a part of this wonderful second family, and I couldn't have picked a better group of people to watch the world end with. Thank you, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey guys, this is Rita. I want to thank the whole LinkShell because you guys have been amazing. Before I started on this server with the LinkShell, I already had another character on another server, and I remember clearly when the server opened back up that I had a few questions because I didn't want to just go and start again on another server. And I remember Pico Man sending me a message saying, "Hey, don't worry about it, just switch and we'll help you out." And I remember logging that first day on Masamune, and the first thing I do is go to Gridania, and there's Pico there waiting for me to give me a shell. And since that point, it's always been from the whole Link show. They always help without asking a question or asking for payment. Like, it is like the most greatest family that I've seen in an MMO, and I'm grateful for that. So I'll see you all in 2.0.
This is Freya Winfall. My Distant World friends, we have fought many battles together, against the Guardians and to fight off Dalamud. We may have lost this fight, but we will take back what's ours. We will take back Eorzea.
Hey, this is Shukashuka, and I'd like to thank you all for making Final Fantasy XIV such a wonderful experience, and I'll totally miss all you guys while waiting for a Realm Reborn. This is the best LinkShell a game can have, and I offer infinite hugs to all of you.
Hello all, I'm Sansi Calliope, and though I haven't spent a great deal of time with your LinkShell, it's always been a joy to party with them when I have been in other LinkShells, doing pickup groups. It has always been a real joy to have Distant World Link members in my party, and just they're such a great group of people. They're so kind and helpful and always ready for a joke, and it makes playing the game that much more spectacular, and I wanted to thank you all for that.
It's Jenna Blossom here. Thank you all. I just want to thank you all because you aren't my second family. You are my family, and I've enjoyed the ups and downs of when we all get together and have a laugh. And I just want to thank you all for your friendship and your kindness and your help, and hope you stay safe. And look forward to seeing you again in A Realm Reborn. And see you guys later. Thanks.
Val Everett here. I would like to thank everyone for making me feel welcome in Distant World, and Catella in particular for inviting me to the family. No goodbyes from me, and I can't wait to play with you guys again in the Realm Reborn.
My name is Wingard Reverencroft, and I thank all of my LinkShell members for a wonderful time and wonderful people. What I have taken from here, I will carry with me for life. The game is why I came. However, you all are why I stayed. And you all are why I will return. I will never forget you. Not one, not any of you. Again, thank you all. 1.0 is where we met. 1.0 is where we part ways. But 2.0 is where we will all return.
Hi, my name is Kairos, and I found this server, and I found this LinkShell after about a week of thinking that I never really get back into MMOs, even though they're my favorite genre. I stumbled across Sambo's Let's Play videos, and I applied for the LinkShell and got in, and I felt like I was home ever since. You guys have renewed my love of the game through this game itself, and for that I will be eternally grateful. I'm glad I got to share the end of this world and the beginning of a new one with everyone that I've met.
Hello, my name is Yumi Hibiki. It was a long journey in Eosea from launch to now. Many things changed. I had many link shells, but I have to say, Distant World is my favorite yet. We had many very special moments and awesome events, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope I see all you guys again. You know, heed the crystal's call and witness a realm reborn.
My name is EP Moonshadow. I just want to say thanks to everybody in Distant Worlds for everything they've shown me and given me. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Sambo. If it was not for him, I would not have gotten into the game. He has taught me a lot, even though he has done amazing work for everyone. And we all just would like to thank him.
Hey, this is Ballard Striker. Whilst I've only been a part of the Distant World family for a few months, I can say with my heart and my head that I have felt welcome and appreciated by everyone. My experiences in Distant World and Eorzea so far have been unforgettable. I've seen great triumphs, devastating defeats, I've laughed, I've cringed, and today, not ashamed to say, I've shed a tear or two. I want to thank everyone in Distant World, my friends, my family. This isn't goodbye. This is until next time. Until a realm reborn. Thank you.
Everybody, this is Marikosum Neiman. I just wanted to say first off that I'm not one for the sappy type of speeches, so you ain't gonna get that crap out of me. Anyways, I'd just like to say thanks to everybody. It's been great fun the past, 9 months or so, I guess it's been. Had a lot of fun. Again, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but a lot of great fun. I wanted to say thanks to Sambo, because if it wasn't for Sambo, I would not be in here, because if I didn't watch his Let's Plays, I would have never known about Final Fantasy. Well, I would have known about it, but I would have never even played it. So thanks to Sambo. Yeah, I guess that's about it. See you all in 2.0.
Hi, this is Lady. I just want to thank everyone. When I first started out this game, I felt immediately welcomed by Distant World. I am so happy I got to join and meet everyone. It was a special adventure journey and just a special privilege to get to know everyone. I'm glad, I'm happy, I'm crying that this is the last day. And I feel so glad to have been here from the beginning to the end with everyone. So wherever you guys go, well, you'll be in my hearts, and see you in 2.0.
Hello, my name is Lucif Zavakon. Okay, first I wanted to preface my statements with a couple of things. One, I've been an in-game player of MMOs for a very long time, many years. And during all of my time, I've been very skeptical of social groups in general, without a lot of in-game focus. So with that in mind, Distant World is quite possibly one of the most accepting, enjoyable, and quite frankly, loving groups of gamers I've ever encountered. I spent many years in 11, much like several of you, in which I developed some of my closest friends ever, and they have all been safely displaced by this group. The community in Final Fantasy is one of the best I've ever encountered in any game, and the Distant World group puts them to shame. I don't know most of the LinkShell as well as they deserve to be known, and that's a fault that I hope to rectify in A Realm Reborn. Thank you.
Hello, this is Scarlet Rosebud, and I just wanted to thank you guys in the LinkShell for letting me tag along on your adventures and for showing me around in the game. Kudos to Catella, Pico Man, and Sayo Mayo for making Sambo look good. I know it's not an easy task, but job well done. Congratulations. Thank you guys. It has been a blast, and I will see you in 2.0.
Hey everybody, Sayo Mayo here. I guess I wanted to start off by saying thank you to Sambo for getting me back into this game after I'd pretty much tossed to the side after the crappy launch. I saw one of Sambo's posts on the official forums, decided to try check his channel out, and ended up making pretty good friends with him. Pico Man, pretty much immediately after I came to, at the time it was Miqo'te. And I wanted to thank everybody for the memories. Everybody's been really great. Special shout outs to some people who've made a really big impact on me. And if I leave you out, that doesn't mean, that you haven't done anything. I just wish I had the opportunity to get to know a few people better. Jenna, thank you for all the help that you've given me. It's great playing with you, man. Hope to see you soon. Exto and Jade, if you're watching this, I hope you guys are safe. Kat, Lion, Minnie, Merrick, you guys are a blast to be with. And Raquel as well. But anyway, I guess that's it from me. This isn't goodbye, so stop crying, everybody. You're gonna make me start, really. We will see each other in 2.0, and it's going to be a lot better than it's ever been, I think, just because of how the game's being managed, and I think with that kind of environment, it's going to cause us all to grow as well. So, chin up. It'll be better.
This is Magnasis Drakenwolf, and I just want to say thank you to everyone in Distant World LinkShell. I especially want to thank Pico Man for recruiting me, basically, from my old server. I was on there all by myself, just kind of messing around, not really being a part of any community, but he kind of basically rescued me, and now I'm here on Mazimune server. And now I feel a great sense of community with Distant World, and I'm having a lot of fun. And I cannot wait to see you all in 2.0.
Hi all, this is Blind Rage, and I just wanted to say that a family is made up of people, and a person is made up of minds, bodies, souls, and hearts. And in this LinkShell, we have a whole bunch of people with hearts, we have a whole bunch of people with minds, and we have everybody in this LinkShell has soul. But just like the people died in the trailer, we will be reborn in 2.0, and hope to see you there. Goodbye.
Hello, Mini Ninja here. First of all, I have to thank Sambo for not only letting me into his LinkShell, but for being the one to introduce me to such amazing people. I guess he can include himself there too. If nothing else, he sure has been fun to torment. Well, thanks to everyone of Distant World for not only your friendship, but all of the precious memories you gave me. Like, remember that time Jenna altered his voice to sound like a woman? Or when he sounded like a burly man or a chipmunk, and then we all started doing it? How about when we fought Ifrit naked? Or remember how taken back we all were when Pico first spoke for the first time? How about when we all did the fire dance in the amphitheater, as well as every single episode we filmed together? And so many more memories. And without even knowing or trying, you all have really helped me through some very tough times in my life, especially when I had no one else to turn to. All of you have offered a refuge for me, and saying goodbye is too hard, so I'll just keep in mind that this isn't goodbye to all of you, but goodbye to an old era and hello to a new. As the new trailer stated, every end marks a new beginning. So I'm looking forward to when we can all get back together in the new era and begin our adventures once again. So thank you again, everyone, for being my family, for everything.
Hey guys, this is Pico. I'd just like to thank every member of Distant World LinkShell, past and present. It's been a memorable journey for me. Being there to give new friends their Link Power was always a great moment for me. A special thanks goes out to all of those who have stuck around since day one. You know who you are. Especially Catella. The LinkShell wouldn't have become what it is today without her guidance and support. We made it this far together. See you all in the Realm Reborn for our next chapter in their adventures together. RIP 1.0.
Hi guys, this is Catella Avonlea, and I just want to say to the members of Distant World and to all the viewers out there and everything, Distant World, this has been an amazing adventure. I am so glad to have been able to be a part of this extremely wonderful community. I've met so many people that I truly just cherish, and I can't I just want you to know that you guys all hold a very special place in my heart, and I am very sad to see this version of the game go, but I'm really excited about our new adventures in 2.0, and I can't wait to see you guys there.